1. War season, January 1973. The sky was gray and cold, as if each gust of wind had come from the underworld. Dong Sun village nestled on the edge of the central forest, desolate and silent in the midst of the escalating war. On the top of the hill, the Church of Our Lady of Grace still stood there, simple, but resilient like a mother guarding the sleep of many souls in exile. In the church, a widow named Maria came to kneel every day at the foot of the marble statue of the Virgin Mary. The statue was not large, but her face was gentle and her eyes seemed to see into the hearts of those around her. Mrs. Maria had only one son, Jules Trong, who joined the army when he was just 20. Since the day he left, not a single letter had come back. Not a single message, no death notice, no hope, but she still believed that her son was still alive, believed that God had not forgotten. 2. The night's mother cried. For 3 years, every day she prayed under the statue of Mary. Rain or shine, bombs and bullets exploded near or far, she still came. She asked for nothing but one thing: please let my child live. If he dies, please let me know. If he lives, please give me a sign. One night in March 1975, she dreamed that she was lost in a dark forest. She walked and walked, her bare feet bleeding. Then ahead, a fire smoldered. In the dim light, a woman in white was carrying a young soldier, his face covered in mud, but his eyes were bright as stars. The woman turned to look at Maria. She didn't say a word, but her tears flowed like streams. She woke up, her heart beating like a drum. Outside, thunder rumbled, the wind was strong. She put on a warm coat and went to church as usual, even though it was the middle of the night. And she was stunned. The statue of the Virgin Mary was crying. It was not rain. It was not dew. It was real tears. Each drop rolled down from the corner of the stone statue's eyes, down its cheeks, and fell to the feet of the statue. She rushed forward, knelt down, and sobbed like a child. In the haze of faith, she heard a voice in the wind. My child is not dead. He is coming back. 3. The soldier returns. 3 days later, the whole village was in an uproar. A ragged soldier with swollen legs was trudging out of the forest. It was Jules Trong, emaciated as a shadow. He had been captured in a battle, imprisoned, and then escaped, surviving on wild flowers and spring water. Every night, he dreamed of a light guiding his way, of someone's hand grabbing him and pulling him out of the abyss. And in his dream the night before he found his way back to the village, he saw a woman in white carrying him across a blood-red river. He kissed him on the forehead and said, "Go home. Your mother is waiting. I have never left you." When they met again, Maria did not cry. She just hugged her son, quietly placed her hand on his forehead, and looked up at the statue of the Virgin Mary. You have kept your word. I will keep my word. 4. Miracles and faith. From that day on, villagers flocked to the church every night. Some came to ask for healing. Some asked for their sons to go to war safely. Some just came to sit quietly and look at the statue of the mother who cried like a human being. The diocesan authorities later investigated the phenomenon of crying statues, and could not find any physical cause. The statue remained the same, but those who witnessed it could not forget the eyes of the Virgin Mary that night. Eyes not from stone, but from heaven. Mary lived for exactly 7 years after her son's return, and then passed away peacefully in her sleep, still holding the rosary in her hand. On her tombstone is engraved the words, "You believed, and I answered you."